Hi, Terry here, and welcome to another video. Take 4, because this is the 4th time I've tried filming this video today. And no, there's not going to be a good blooper reel at the end. It's just a lot of technical problems. Okay, well, there's a cat meowing in the background, if you can hear that. Hi. First of all, let me start out by saying that if you have subscribed to my channel, thank you. I'm up to 254 subscribers now, which is really more than I thought I would get. Even I've been online for about a year now, and I just never really thought I would get that many subscribers. So if you have subscribed to my channel, thanks. If you haven't subscribed, then please do so. Click the subscribe, like, and notification button so you can be in on all the exciting fun that's going on here, huh? Okay, and having said that, let's take a moment to talk about the comments. I am getting some excellent comments from you folks. To be honest, I haven't gotten a bad comment yet. And by that, what I mean is a mean or really negative, antagonistic type of comment. Not everybody agrees with everything I say, but that's fine. That's the way it works. But I have gotten some very good observations, some great encouragement, and some outstanding suggestions, especially on my last 2 videos that I did on the homemade percussion caps. I had a lot of great ideas and suggestions come in on that. And to be honest, I wasn't really happy with how those videos turned out anyway. So I plan on going back and revisiting that subject again of homemade percussion caps. And I'm going to integrate the ideas that y'all gave me on the comments. There were some really good suggestions there. I'm going to try them out. We're going to see how that works. So keep it up. Love to hear from you. Anything you have to say. So on to the subject of today's video. And that is, if you haven't guessed from the thumbnail, my medieval crossbow. Let me give you some close-ups here. This is my medieval European style crossbow, which I made myself, not from a kit either. I purchased the hardware from several online supply sources. I made the stock from 3 pieces of red oak laminated together that I bought from my local Home Depot. I made the rolling block string latch. It's just a very simple lever action. The design is actually taken from a late middle medieval European design, which is actually on a display in Germany. So this is a real medieval designed crossbow. It has a 220-pound full steel prod, all iron attachments. You notice that it doesn't have a lot of rope holding everything together. It's all iron. Basically, it's tusk tenon. It has no real shoulder stock that you can speak of. I mean, it's basically a pistol. It's a 2-handed pistol. You shoot it kind of like this. There's nothing really to put up against your shoulder. And that was a common design in the medieval period. It didn't last very long because it's not very ergonomic. It's not really very practical. The longer stock with more of a dip and then the flare at the end for the butt up against your shoulder, that was really the design that won out and made it into the firearms when firearms came along and put cross bows and long bows out of business. So this was what you could say historically failed design, but it's a realistic design. This crossbow actually did exist and was used in battle. Well, not this particular crossbow, but you know what I mean, right? So, shooting it. Well, yeah, let me show you something. Okay, I made up 3 bolts, and they look a lot like this. They all 3 had a bodkin point, ash shaft, and then a 2-vaned wood fletching with a blunt or just a flat back for the string, so no string notch. And that's how a lot of crossbow bolts were actually made in the medieval period. A lot of them used wood. They also used horn and leather on some of them, even parchment, and feathers as well. Well, one of them hit the top of the archery target, skipped off, went up into the forest, and disappeared. I heard it hitting some wood out there. It's probably stuck way up in the top of one of those trees, probably about 60 feet up in the air off of one of the trees. So, started out with 3, then there were 2. So then, as it turns out, I'm actually probably a better shot with a crossbow than with a gun, because these 2 last ones stuck, I mean just literally like that, in the target, and to the point that I broke off one of the veins on one of them. I mean, it just came in and just like that, and just snapped it off. Then there was 1. So I have 1 bolt left. The footage from that shoot I'm going to use. It's not the best that I've ever done, but it's usable, so I'm not going to have to reshoot it. So just let me talk to you a little bit about this, and then we'll get out to the test range and we'll shoot that puppy. First of all, as I said, it's a bodkin point, and you see, can you see how sharp and long and narrow that point is? This was actually developed for the English longbow. It is the medieval version of Teflon coated armor piercing assault weapon round. This is designed for piercing armor. This is not wrought iron, this is actually hardened steel. And all of the energy of this bolt, because this heavy shaft, this is not pine, this is heavy ash. So this thing's got some little bit of weight to it, a little more than an arrow actually. And all of that energy is delivered into the target right on that point. And even if this thing hits plate mail, if it hits it square on, it's going to punch a hole right through that plate, and then the shape of it just pushes it apart and then lets the shaft in. Same thing with chain mail. Even if it's riveted, that's going to go in through a link, it's just going to push it apart, it's going to pop that rivet off, and it's just going to go straight in. And this point actually proved to be incredibly deadly in combat in the medieval period. It was downright devastating. This thing could only be stopped really by a heavy shield. With the good bow and a good strong crossbow, even the heaviest plate and the heaviest chainmail cannot stand up to these things. So yeah, it's about 18 inches long, which is about typical for a medieval crossbow. And yeah, that's what I was going to shoot. Well, that's actually what I did shoot and what I'm going to use. So one more look at the crossbow. That's kind of cool, isn't it? If I was going to do it again, yeah, there are some things I'd do a little bit differently, but it's cool. I mean, I like it. I kind of like it. It's definitely going on display in a prominent position inside the house. So yeah, there's a couple of things I need to do to it to finish it, but otherwise this thing's ready to shoot. And let's get out to the target range and shoot that bolt a few times through it. Okay, so I'm back out in the forest. Got my target set up downrange, which okay, so we are set up in the test range. Got my archer target down there with a camera set on it, and of course, what I'm getting a low battery warning. It's just been one of those days. So let's cock this crossbow and try it out. Okay, so to cock this, we're going to set the bolt here like so. Foot in the stirrup. Put the hooks over the screen, or the string. And there we are. Just that easy. So let's see if I can hit the target instead of the trees beyond it. It's shooting low and to the left. The last time when I shot it, when I lost the video for it, it was shooting to the left also. So let's try it again. That's better. Still pulling very much to the left for some reason. It's probably that bolt. I mean, I just threw the thing together myself, but let's see what I can see if I can pull it over some more. Keep shooting it until this one breaks. That's better. Well, there's a few little improvements that I need to make in it, but overall I'm very happy with it. It's got an extremely hard trigger pull that I'm getting used to, and I've got to make a few more minor adjustments here and there on it. So that was a demonstration of the medieval European crossbow. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Oh, and just for grins and giggles, I'm going to end this video with a few seconds of my backyard koi pond, just for, you know, the good aura.